Hello everyone. Okay. So today we are going to study about the source number 4 of your class ninth class 8th chapter number 9, that is the making of national movement 1870s to 1947. All right. So here is the source number 4. It was he who got Bedakhli stopped in Pratapgarh. Okay. So basically, it has a little connection with the last paragraph in this chapter, the People's Mahatma. So, as in this topic, we were studying about that how different people of India were interpreting Mahatma Gandhi's ideology, Mahatma Gandhi in their own ways, in their own ways, in their own connecting to their miseries. That Mahatma Gandhi will definitely support us because they consider Mahatma Gandhi as Messiah, right? So, in the same way, it was he who got Bedakhli stopped in Pratapgarh. So, in the last paragraphs, we understood that how in different parts of India, people were becoming part of this non-cooperation movement, and being the part of this non-cooperation movement, they were just molding this movement according to them. Some were also following the path of violence, which was not something which would Gandhi ji allow, but still some were following the path of non violence, and some were doing different illegal works which were not which doesn't come into non violence movement, in a non violent movement, right? But still what people were doing. So here in the last video, as you can see, for instance, at the end of a powerful movement, peasants of Pratapgarh in the United Provinces managed to stop illegal evictions of tenants, but they felt it was Gandhiji who had won this demand for them. Okay, so basically, what happened that in the United Provinces, we know Provinces is Uttar Pradesh. So in that place, one of those provinces is Pratapgarh. Okay, so in the Pratapgarh, peasants were protesting against the illegal eviction of tenants. Basically, the tenants, the people who used to live on somebody else's house and pay them that for being in their house for some time. So those people give a particular or a side room for those people. So those people are known as tenants. Okay, but the landlords mean the house owners, sometimes used to evict those people illegally without even asking them, without even talking to them, and even after taking their money, still they used to evict them without any legal process. Okay, so when this was stopped by Pratapgarh peasants, and a powerful movement, okay, which was done by this movement was done by Pratapgarh peasants. Still, they had this feeling, no, that this movement is because of Gandhiji. Gandhiji is the one who did this. Gandhi is on the name of Gandhi. They used to do all of the legal plus illegal, those things which comes in their own favor. Okay, so here again come to the source 4. It was he who got Bedakhli. Here the he terms refers to who? Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, and this is the who got Bedakhli, the illegal eviction, which is called in Hindi Bedakhli. Dakhli karna means to evict. Okay, and to stop eviction is Bedakhli, right? So here it was he who got Bedakhli stopped in Pratapgarh. So actually here is a CID report on Kisan movement in Allahabad district, January 1921. Okay, this is a CID report. CID means Criminal Investigation Department, Crime Investigation Department. Okay, so at that time in 1921 year, the CID of India, okay, the British government, it is that CID's report, and that report is being saying that the currency which Mr. Gandhi's name has acquired even in the remotest villages is astonishing. Basically, it is kind of like if somebody is very popular in a particular place, so that person's an awe basically. Okay, so basically Mahatma Gandhi had an awe, or you can say awe means, I'm talking about this awe. Okay, this basically means great respect, means deep respect for somebody. There is a deep respect plus fear too. Okay, so this is in Hindi we say that robe. Okay, so in the same is robe. Yes, this robe. This is robe. So here This is what Mr. Gandhi's name was a kind of, had an awe in Pratapgarh there, okay? In the remotest villages, means the most, remote and the corner villages, countryside areas where maybe there is no information about independence before, but when Gandhiji came, they got information about Gandhiji. They had a great and deep respect for Gandhiji, but plus, they had fear from Gandhiji too. Okay, no one seems to know quite who or what he is, but it's an accepted fact that what he says is so, and what he orders must be done. Okay, so basically, most of the people in the remotest villages doesn't even know who is Mr. Gandhi, who is Mahatma Gandhi. Nobody knows, but still they know that this is a personality. This is an accepted fact by everyone, and what he says has to be done. What he orders have to be done. Okay, and he always done. People have also these beliefs that he will always do work in favor of them. Okay, means they have kind of supposed Mahatma Gandhi as their Raja, as their king. Okay, they consider him or compare Mahatma Gandhi with the term Sadhu, Pandit, Brahman, who lives in Allahabad, and sometimes even a Devta. Devta means God simply. Okay, Devta. Devta, this is Hindi, this Devta. Okay, this is Devta. So they consider them with the God basically. So this is how remotest village people used to treat Mahatma Gandhi. In their thoughts, the real power of his name is to be traced back to the idea that it was he who got Bedakhli, stopped in Pratapgarh. And from where this, in Allahabad and the remotest villages, from where it began, from where his name got so popularity, people had a great respect, huge respect for him, plus fear of him, all of that, from where it began. It began from the Bedakhli, illegal eviction, when he stopped, according to the people, when he stopped illegal eviction in the Pratapgarh from that time. So, the CID is saying Gandhiji is not thought of as being antagonistic to government but only to the zamindars. We are for Gandhiji and the Sarkar. So who was the Sarkar at that time? British government. So CID is saying that we are in India, we are doing work for Gandhiji plus Sarkar. Why they are doing for Gandhiji? Both, both of them have different ways, different paths, different goals. But why they are saying ki, we are working for Gandhiji as well as Sarkar? How that can be possible? Okay. So basically, CID interpreted it was a mistake. Basically, he said that antagonistic means what? Antagonistic means here the term antagonistic means which is something opposition basically, to oppose. Okay, to oppose somebody. So antagonistic term means this. So they thought that Gandhiji is not opposing the government, is not in the opposition of British government, but only to the zamindars. They are opposition to the zamindars. They are opposing to the zamindars, which was not true. Okay, he was in support of zamindars. He always supported zamindars, and he always disagreed with government, but with particular, sometimes zamindars used to do some wrongs, sometimes government used to do some right things. So at that time he always stood for the right thing. When zamindars are right, he will stand for them, he would stand for them. And when government is right, at some points and a very few points, then he's with government. Okay, so here the thing is that they thought that Gandhiji is, as everyone was in India, everyone was interpreting Gandhiji according to them. Okay, in favor of them. The CID took Gandhiji as someone who is not opposing government, who is opposing the zamindars of India. So they are working for Gandhiji and the Sarkar. All right, for the government. Sarkar is the Hindi term for the government. Okay. Okay. So if you have any kind of question till this topic, in this topic, it was he who got Bedakhli, please mention in the comment section. I'll definitely answer. And thank you for watching. If you like it, dislike it. And plus, if you have any kind of, I'm for the further sources, after these sources, there will be the next chapter of our history, chapter number 9. And there are just a few resources left. this paragraph and further that will be covered in the further videos on my channel Historia. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.